In the heart of the Brightwood Forest, where the sun always seemed to shine and the flowers never stopped blooming, there lived a smart little rabbit named Benny. Benny had ears so large he could hear the slightest whispering of the breeze, which was how he knew all the forest secrets. Benny's best friend was Whiskers, a curious and clever squirrel. Whiskers had the bushiest tail you could imagine and bright eyes that sparkled like morning dew. Together, Benny and Whiskers were known for their adventurous spirits and their knack for solving problems that arose in the forest. One sunny morning, Benny was hopping through the forest when he noticed the normally bustling birds had grown strangely quiet. "I wonder what's happened," Benny mused aloud. Just then, Whiskers scurried down from a nearby oak tree. "Benny, have you noticed anything strange today?" "Yes, the birds seem awfully quiet," Benny replied, twitching his nose. "Let's go investigate," squeaked Whiskers, his curiosity piqued. The two friends wandered deeper into the woods and soon found themselves in front of Mrs. Wren's nest. It was usually filled with songs and chirps, but today Mrs. Wren was looking quite frazzled. "Oh, Benny, Whiskers, I'm so relieved to see you," she chirped, fluttering her tiny wings. "What's wrong, Mrs. Wren?" Benny asked gently. "My little ones, they've gotten into mischief and found themselves stuck at the edge of the great pond," she explained anxiously. "Don't worry, Mrs. Wren, Benny and I will help them," said Whiskers confidently. Benny thought for a moment, flicking his ears. "We need to be careful and smart. Let's gather a group of friends to help." Benny and Whiskers called upon their friends, Lily the kindly deer, Ollie the wise old owl, and Freddie the playful frog. The team carefully made their way to the great pond, where they found the small wrens chirping anxiously. Lily coaxed them gently closer, Ollie provided guidance with his aerial view, and Freddie splashed around, keeping spirits high with his jokes. With teamwork and clever planning, the little wrens were guided back safely to their nest, chirping their thanks all the way. Mrs. Wren was overjoyed, thanking each of them with a heartfelt tune. Another adventure solved, Benny grinned, as Whiskers nodded proudly, their hearts full of joy and friendship. From that day on, the animals of Brightwood Forest knew they could count on Benny and Whiskers to keep the forest buzzing with songs, laughter, and the occasional whimsical adventure.